The Quinte Home Builders Association through the decades. While it has become a driving force of the regional economy, QHBA came from humble beginnings. In 1946, with the creation of jobs and the growth in population post-World War II, Ontario was in a position to welcome more #homebelievers than ever before. This triggered the need to form the Central Mortgage and Housing Corporation, now known as the Canadian Mortgage and Housing Corporation. On June 2, 1959, the charter for the Quinte Home Builders Association was officially signed, naming Charles Lambert as the first president. The Ontario Home Builders Association was formed from a group of 10 of Ontario's local associations. During this time, John Diefenbaker served 2 terms as Prime Minister, and closer to home, the new Stanley Park subdivision launched. As the 1970s approached, development in Belleville appeared to be growing, with the average house priced at $30,000. OHBA held its first ever annual conference, bringing all local associations together to share ideas, best practices, and to develop a unified message to bring to the provincial government. In 1971, QHBA would hold its first home show with one booth, Keller Pools. Oil prices quadrupled, and Ontario was once again facing a recession. It was in this decade that the Ontario New Home Warranty Program was formed, called HUDAC, now known as the Tarion Warranty Corporation. The 1980s became an integral decade in the development of Canada with the introduction of the metric system, the Canadian referendum, and of GST taxing. Jake Nelson would begin his 30-year role as volunteer executive officer for the QHBA. The later part of this decade saw the forming of Enerquality, in partnership with the Canadian Energy Efficiency Alliance, to help transform Ontario's housing into the most energy efficient and sustainable in the world. During the 1990s, Ontario faces a major recession, impacting local communities and our industry. In 1993, Kim Campbell is named the first female Prime Minister of Canada. The association is in its 20th year of home shows and is still going strong with over 75 booths. The QHBA would finish this decade strong with a home lottery supporting Camp Trillium. 2000 to 2010. It is the new millennium, and the world is rocked in 2001 with the tragedy of 9/11. Locally, the QHBA is predicting a housing boom despite labor force challenges with trade shortage on the rise. Whitney Block residential condo and townhouse project is well underway in Belleville, and high-speed connections are in the works for the Quinte region. The Children's Safety Village opens with the QHBA playing a significant role in its launch, and to this day. This was a decade of growth with record years in the housing sector, locally and across the province, substantially defying all previous expectations. It was a decade full of change and giving back. Home Build for Healthcare raised hundreds of thousands of dollars for Quinte Healthcare. The QHBA hired its first full-time executive officer in 2015. The association negotiated the development charge deferrals with the cities of Belleville and Quinte West, and in 2019, the QHBA co-chaired the Belleville Housing Summit. We were part of the provincial government's announcement on the 1-to-1 apprentice ratios right here in Quinte. It is our vision and our mission to continue to advocate for our members in the years to come as the voice of the residential construction industry. The Quinte Home Builders Association through the decades.